we go. Here we are. We are live. We are doing things and the such. Let's do this. It is Tuesday. I got Sifu with me. Chris, we think he's up to them lattes again. We'll see if he pops up. But yeah, we're gonna. Well, at least I'm gonna do a dessert mix. I know Sifu wants to regale us with his tales of hanging out with not the real Gerard Butler, aka Lee, aka the Hexo Master. So we'll get to hear some stories about that. Going over the weekend and such. Alrighty, so let's jump into this. Sifu, what have you been mixing, my dude?
Well, I didn't mix much all week until, and then I just had a orders over the weekend. So
yeah,
I got all those filled between Sunday and yesterday, and all of those shipped. Well, they didn't ship Monday because of the holiday, but then I got them all out before I left this morning, and it's on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's really about it. So, it's been such a crazy week. So Wednesday I was in Houston for a Manchester Orchestra concert, and then so I drove home the Thursday.
Yeah.
Worked half a day Thursday, worked Friday, and then I left Saturday morning to go to NVE. So then I got back, Sunday afternoon, and then just loaded up all my orders. And then Tuesday I found myself back on a job site. So, it's been a wild week. And so Friday is my last day at my current job, and then I go to my new job on the Monday, and it's been a fun-packed, wild, crazy weekend. So didn't get to mix that during my portion of the mix. So some flavors I tasted over the weekend, and just some cool things that we saw, and yeah, that's really about it. What did you do this week?
As far as mixing goes, I've been trying to put together some recipes. I'm still testing out what I've been trying out. There's a couple. One of them I think is pretty spot on to what I wanted, so I'm excited about that. Another one I'm still powering through it, and we'll see how that goes. And I think that's just 2 out of 9. A couple of them are just complete fails, and I'm we're gonna have to go at this again. But I'm still trying to get those nuances and stuff, see what I can change. I've even re-looked through the recipes and stuff and seen what's going on and what's what. So it is what it is. But other than that, really haven't been doing much. Been working through filling up some mason jars with coils over on Grim, on one of the discords that we have. We actually got to play a game of guess how many coils are in the jar. This isn't the exact jar, but this is just one of them that I'm trying to fill up. Now I'm already that far down that one. But the other one, yeah, we actually got somebody that came close, but nobody actually got fully close. So
awesome. What was the prize?
Just 2 sets of free coils. I don't know. We might play this game again. I don't know. Have I added a link to the Discord on here? I don't think I have. But if you guys want to jump in on my Discord and come hang out and all that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't think I have it on here. But yeah, if you guys want to come hang out, do things and such, and maybe what's it called? Have some fun. Come jump on my Discord. If you go to my Instagram, I do have my links on there, so if you guys want to check that out real quick. But I might play guess the coils in the jar and see if some people want some free coils or something, and we'll see if we'll eventually get somebody that actually gets that number right, because somebody came pretty damn close, but it wasn't it, and I actually know how much is in that jar. So yeah. Oh man. Beyond that, yeah, I don't know. So let's just keep this show a trucking and see where we're going. But let's just do a quick word from our sponsor here, since we haven't heard from Chris yet. But yeah, maybe he'll jump on while we're out here for the thingy. All right, catch you guys here in a bit. Oh man. All right, we are back and still no Chris. Oh man. So yeah, we're gonna be doing things. So we decided to do some fruit desserts, and the guys did actually manage to confirm it with me to make sure I understood what the task was, instead of me just making weird hybrids and stuff. Look at that! Yay! Finally. All right, there we are.
Oh wait,
So
it was just it wasn't fruit desserts. It was dessert fruits.
dessert
You
fruits.
got it wrong, bro.
Also, what's up, everybody? Sorry I'm late. I
It
was
wasn't
just gonna
chocolate
message,
dipped.
and I was like, you know what? If I message, then I'm gonna be even later. So I might as well just fucking rush.
Right?
So sorry for interrupting. My bad.
Dude, no worries, no worries. We were just hoping you were okay. Honestly, that's what it just boils down to.
Yeah. Well, then my bad for not like letting you guys know. I was like, okay. We're good though. We're good. We're good.
We're good. He's alive.
Yeah, I'm alive. I'm alive and sort of well.
And sort of.
Also, I'm just gonna say this, okay? I don't know if like you guys have tried, like I'm assuming you probably haven't, but have you guys tried the Caliburn A2?
No.
No, not yet.
Okay, you have.
No, I have not. No.
Oh, you have not. Okay, so the draw on it's a bit loose for me, but I can kind of like direct along it, and it's like not really that bad. But I can also sort of mouth along it, so it's actually like pretty good. But my big problem with it, like, dude, I fucking swear to God, all I taste almost is the inside of this mod.
You taste
And
better.
I've never once heard anybody say anything about it. Because it draws air through the fucking mod, obviously, because there's nowhere on the top for it to like come through.
Yeah.
Nothing on the sides, right? So it's drawing air through the mod, and I can taste, because and the reason why I know that it's inside the mod is because if I smell it, there's almost like this like lemoniness to it, like lemony, like industrial plasticky kind of smell.
Yeah.
And I taste it in the liquid.
Nice.
And
Sounds
it's like
appetizing.
my butterscotch custard, it does not have lemon in it. It's never given me a lemony note ever. And it's 100% from inside the mod.
That's crazy. I wonder if it's what they use to clean it, or if it was some type of machine oil or something left in it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that it like fades.
Well, yeah.
Because like I could see myself using this as like a emergency. But not only that, I could see myself buying a couple of these and like giving them to friends, right? Because I feel like they could transition from like trying to use it like a cigarette to then they can actually like blow a decent amount of vapor and get a little bit more. Because I just have 6 milligram in it. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. I was just curious.
It sounds interesting.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Like, this is the thing, right? It costs like $20. It comes with 2 pods. If anybody out there was like looking for a device to like, let somebody know that smokes and their like circle or their family, I would be like, yeah, grab one up, because they're probably not going to taste what I taste because they're smoking.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, wow, that tastes like butterscotch or something. They might not even be able to tell you that. They'll be like, that's sweet and it doesn't taste like smoke. That's awesome. But anyways, Sifu, how are you doing, bud? How was your weekend?
It was wild, man. It was a little surreal just to have everybody in one spot, and it was like, and then we were in Texas, and it was just, it felt like COVID wasn't a thing, and it was just, it was a little surreal. That's like kind of the word that we used all weekend. It's just wild that we're all in one place and able to see each other and do something like just normal, just to have a little bit of normalcy and to have some fun and meet some really cool people. It was a good time. I was talking with Clown about the convention a little bit. I mean, it was it was a hemp show. There was Vaporesso was there, and there was a bunch of disposable stuff, and there was actually a disposable company there that didn't use tobacco. They extracted all of their nicotine from vegetables.
Yeah.
And I think it was hit pods or something like that, and it was actually pretty decent. Like it was like deceptively smooth, for the 50 milligram, and you taste it and you don't feel any nicotine, and then you do it again and you're like, oh, hold on a minute, that was a lot. That was a big shot of nicotine, so that was pretty cool. Let's see, Crumbs was there. They have some awesome liquids. I'll talk about them during my segment. And then Marketplace was there. Really cool people there that are really like big advocates and stuff. We had long discussions with them about the industry and and the regulations and things that are going on, and their PMTA process and the fights that they're going through, and things of those natures. There was a small modders gallery. Infinite Mods was there. Oscar, I got to meet him. I bought one of his mods there. I bought an Axis, which is super awesome. And Susco was there. Dylan was there, and super nice guy.
Yeah.
Joel was, and Stan showed up on Friday. I missed Stan, but we had Grim there, and we had Not the Rear Guard Butler, and Bill, and Lethal Coils was there, and Matt Sinister showed up. Sewer Rat, Seamus. That was all cool stuff.
I think that's pronounced Seamus.
Seamus, sorry. I call him Seamus all the time because it's funny.
I'd be like calling somebody named Sean Cian.
No, yeah.
Hey, what's up, Cian?
Okay. Because you just said that. You got me started now.
Yeah.
I used to work with a guy. His name was Shane, but his older brother was also a Shane. Because for some reason they wanted that George Foreman thing going where all his kids are named George. They wanted to name all their kids Shane. So The older Shane was the standard spelling of Shane. Then this Shane, it was SHEAYN. Or no, it was no H. So it was like Sean, like you would spell Sean with a Y before the N. And that was supposed to be Shane. And we're like, that's like Cian or some shit, dude. And he gets so mad every time we'd say that.
Cian.
Yeah, we're like, that's like Cian. And Pam, that's a low blow, man. That's a low blow.
Dude, the funny thing is, too, is like I literally, so like every day, right, I deal with probably like 40, 50 people, like,
yeah.
And I might not necessarily always talk to them, but I'll see their names like on packages, right? And every so often there'll be like somebody that has like just some regular ass name that they tried to fancy up so hard that it makes no sense. You know what I mean? Like when you look at it, you're like, this makes no sense. Like I remember, dude, one day, it's funny that you said Sean. There was a guy and his name was SHJON, and it was Sean.
Okay, yeah, I've never seen it.
Because I had no idea. I'm like looking at it, and I like get to the door, and I knock on the door, and like because COVID and whatever, I back up like 6 feet, and I'll have like the parcel in front of the door. I'm like, yeah, I have a delivery for S. Miller. And they're like, oh, yeah, Sean. Yeah, I'll go grab him. No, it's like, you don't have to go get him. I'm like, Sean? What? Like, that is crazy.
Yeah.
But that's just my running gag with him. I call him Seamus.
No, that's cool. I just wanted to, like, correct you in case you actually thought that it was Seamus.
No, I know it's Janus.
Yeah, we're good now. I'm sorry. I ruined your joke.
It's okay. I saw a video once where this teacher was talking about the most random names I've ever seen. And one kid's name was DL1.
DL1?
Yeah, DL1. And it stood for the last one.
The last
Because they were not going to have any more kids. They already had 9. It's like, guy.
My brother's wife, she like works for some for Blue Cross or something like that, so like health insurance or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember she was like telling me once that there was a woman that was calling about her kid because she needed to get her kid something to do with like health insurance, whatever. And so she's like, I just need your daughter's name. She's like, it's She's like, it's Absidy. And she's like, oh, can you spell that for me? She's like, yeah, it's ABCD. And my sister-in-law was like, what?
Absidy.
It's like, you literally called your daughter ABCD? Well, it's Absidy. What do you mean? That's her name. Her name's Absidy. I'm like, okay.
Sounds like
Yep.
somebody was a little drugged out when they were filling out that birth certificate.
Or like they're just trying so hard to be unique that it's beyond
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like,
Either way, it sounds awful.
his name was Mr. Johnson. First name Mr. Last name Johnson.
Nice.
Mr.
like
And
that's
then-
legit.
Yeah, like Mister is his first name, like Mr. Johnson.
So what's it gonna be like? What to kids like when he's older, Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Yeah, well, the running joke that he had is that his mother always wanted him to be addressed with respect.
So name your
Wow.
kid Mister his entire life.
He was a super guy too. Awesome.
That's funny. Yeah. God. We derailed really hard. I do
Sorry,
like.
that was probably
I-
a lot my fault, but
Yeah, it's all good. I like all the conversation going on about fucking random names people knew in school. Like somebody actually knew she Thed. Is that how you would pronounce that, Jake? It was
a
shithead.
sheephead?
Yeah, shithead. Shatheed.
Yeah.
that spells shithead. And then Mercedes-Benz. Love it. Oh man. So we already did what you've been doing, or what have you been mixing? But Chris, you want to regale us with your tales? You been up to anything?
Yeah. Okay, so recently, what have I mixed? I think I tried mixing a few things. I haven't tried them yet. It's like the same old story for me, basically. I like try stuff, mix it, and then I don't actually end up trying it that often until like it's been long enough. I'm not like one of those people that like I mix it and then instantly I'm like, I need to fucking try this. Like the only time I ever do that is on this show.
Yeah.
So I've been like I've been fucking around. Obviously, like I've been trying to make some desserts because I just like desserts. I've been like really dabbling with like chocolate. I can't stop trying to make stuff chocolate. I just fucking really been liking chocolate, and I'm trying really hard to make a coffee vape that I like. Um, I'm getting close. I'm getting pretty close. I'm just not there yet. So hopefully sometime soon I'll talk about how like I'm making this coffee vape that's fantastic. So other than that, honestly, like now that I have 6 flavors out, like it's so simple for me to just like go to the stock room, as in like the spare bedroom, and just grab a bottle. Like I'm just like, oh, kind of feel like I'm on a lemon day. I'm just gonna go grab some lemon, like or whatever. Like today I've been vaping all day, butterscotch custard. So like it's bad. It's bad. I need to get into that mode of like I need a day like you had where you did like 8-10 flavors
Yeah.
and like really start putting in some legwork. But yeah, other than that, I've just been enjoying my time, mixing a little bit here and there, mixing sort of for needs some of the old recipes that I've already done. Like I have this one actually I started on this show, and it's like an apricot cornbread pudding. I vaped probably like I don't know, like 240 mils of it. I've just been really enjoying it. So whenever I run out, I mix another bottle. So last time I mixed 3. Like I just been enjoying myself. Once the winter comes, I'll like shut myself indoors and I'll probably do so much more mixing. But until then, I'll probably just enjoy Tuesday nights. And then on occasion I'll get like that, that fire lit under me and I'll fucking go ham on a Saturday afternoon or something like that.
Awesome.
Yeah, and the worst part is like I thought about a recipe and I fucking thought I put it on ELR. Turns out that I didn't, so I'm like redoing it right now. I must have just like dreamt it while I was like driving around all day. Like, oh yeah, you totally made that, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. And apparently, that's not true. So I'm
That
just gonna
sucks.
jump into what I'm mixing today.
Do it. Do it.
Is it cool if I just jump into what I'm
Yeah,
mixing today?
do it.
Okay. All right. So because like it's just like a dessert kind of like free for all, like there's no set specific thing. But it's like I think that it was like more of a fruit dessert. So I am going to on like the whole pudding train. I'm gonna make a boysenberry pudding, is what today's attempt is. So if you just give me like one more second while I put in exactly what this recipe is going to consume. Oh, not 10%, 1%. There we are. Okay. So
dude, if you hadn't caught that, that would have been pretty funny.
okay, so I'm gonna try a Bavarian cream that I've never tried before. I don't know if you guys have ever used Flavor West Bavarian cream. You guys ever use that before?
No.
No, I have.
No?
I don't even think I have it.
I have TPA.
Yeah.
And Wonder Flavors.
Wonder Flavors.
Yes, I have the Wonder
Flavora.
Flavors, and I have the cupcake. I have the Cupcake World Devon Cream, which is a Bavarian cream on crack. So.
Okay, yeah. So today, I'm gonna try Flavor West because like I bought some, excuse me, and I was like, well, fuck it, I gotta try it. And like actually, a lot of the notes on it make it sound like it's not even that bad. The one thing that I might run into is like it might end up being a little bit more damaging to like my cotton or coils even, but like ultimately, I don't really vape enough through an Addy before I re-wick it to like really worry about it. Like I'm not one of those dudes that just vapes the same wicks for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm like the dude that vapes the same wicks for like 2 days, and then I like put the Addy down, and then whenever I go to vape it again, like 2 weeks later, it's getting fucking re-wicked. Like that's just how I roll. I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm just saying that that's how I do it. But anyways, back to what I'm actually making. So yes, my recipe is called My Boy Pud, and it is it's a boysenberry pudding. This is like one of my better names, and I thought that Sifu appreciated it, but he didn't even react.
I like it.
Go fishing for it. Okay, all
right.
right.
I had to stop for a second. I was like, wait. I was like, oh yes, boysenberry pudding. Yes, I like it.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm using Bavarian cream from Flavor West at 2%. Boysenberry from Flavora at 1.5%, which I think that I'm actually going to drop that down to 1%. I just looked at it now. I'm going to drop down to 1%. Pudding base from VTA at 1%. Vanilla pudding from Flavora at 1.2%. And I'm also putting in boysenberry raspberry from Wonder Flavors at 1%, and then 0.5% of super sweet, which will have me at like a 7 to 7.5%. And we'll see how it goes. I don't have like the highest expectations, but I'm also feeling like there's some real potential, like just in the flavor itself, because the boysenberry, I think that like the boysenberry and cream goes really good. So why not a creamy pudding? So that's what I'm mixing today. Check it out, my boy Pud. I also probably put this is episode 4 of season 2 or 5 or 12.
13.
13.
Yeah.
Whew. I put episode 4 somehow.
It's all good. It's okay.
Apparently I need to fix that stat.
Looking through the channel, because I was trying to remember what episode we were on earlier today. Yeah, I remember how we crashed halfway last week, and then I had to restart the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't change the title of it, so it was part 2 of the prior weeks, not last week's.
Oh, okay.
So the numbers are off. I'm gonna have to edit that, but yeah, it is.
Well, yeah, that's exactly. See, that your mistake was why I made the mistake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for admitting that.
Alrighty. Sifu, you want to go next? Did you
Yeah,
even
sure.
did you put something together?
No,
No.
no, I was on the road all day. So,
Fair enough.
like I said, I was on my way to the office when they called. I was like, "Hey, you gotta go." So, I could have done something on my phone, but I was kind of busy, running around the island over here. So, but I will talk about things that I've tasted over the weekend. So, some interesting things that I've tasted. So, one of the vendors was Marketplace, and they had like a Fuji something mango berry,
Okay.
which was pretty amazing. And then they have a watermelon hula berry, which was
Hula
also
berry?
fire. And then they had hula berry. Yeah, I don't know what a hula berry is, but
Me neither.
off the knuckle, it was actually a really, really good watermelon flavor. So I'm excited about that one. To get some better ideas for some watermelon vapes, because I'd like to have one in my staple eventually, because I'd like to add some more fruits. Like there was a lot of fruit centric stuff there this week, and so I definitely want to try some of those. And Crumbs was there, and they have a pear yogurt that was just off the knuckle. It was dynamite. It had like this really nice tart yogurt base that I've never tasted in a yogurt vape before. I've never really had a good yogurt vape, so I've tasted a lot of them, and they were all pretty not great. And this one was like you could just taste the yogurt in there, and it was like, man, this is really, really good. And they have a lemon, and they had some other things too, but I was most excited about that one. So that's really fascinating to me. I did taste a strawberry banana from that Hit Bar, their non-tobacco bars. It was actually pretty delightful. It was actually kind of strange to have a fresher banana from a pod vape like that. So that was an interesting flavor. That's, and I like banana vapes, and strawberry banana is a combination I like, but never really thought to make one for myself. So that was a good idea. See, another awesome one that I've tasted that I want to talk the most about is this Fogger. This is a blueberry Mountain Dew, and it is delightful. It's really good. It's got a little more cooling than I like, but this Mountain Dew flavor is just really, 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 really good. So I actually did a little research on Mountain Dew flavors. I have to do a little more. I don't think I found anything that really kind of piqued my interest, or I need to do more research on how to make a Mountain Dew, the components of a Mountain Dew, and kind of try to build something from scratch if there's no real good Mountain Dew concentrate. I think there's one called Dew Mountain or something like that. I just find that this,
Liquid Barn?
that's what it is. It's from Liquid Barn. That's right. It is from Liquid Barn. But I think there's some other ones, and I want to do some research on that because, I was just thinking that the combination of that solid blueberry from
Citrus soda?
citrus, Flavora citrus soda. I've seen that one. I just think that that VSO Huckleberry Blueberry with some type of Mountain Dew on the backside of it would be really, 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 really tasty. This Fogger vape's nice, but it's got too much cooling for my taste, so I can't use it often.
Yeah.
You know what other blueberry would probably work really good with that seafood is blueberry from Mullenberry.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like almost candy, but it's not. It's kind of fresh. Like I feel like it would probably do well. I could be wrong, but that's how I think about it. I think it could do something for you.
Well, I think I'll try that also because I want to try both versions. I want to try a candied version,
and like a fresh version, So I just think that this dark blueberry would work really, really good with the Mountain Dew. And it's just like me and Lethal, right. We first got to the expo, there was two ladies handing out, giving samples of these. And that was the first one that sparked my attention. It's like, oh, blueberry Mountain Dew. Yeah, sure. So, you put the little nozzle on and you take a toot, and then it's like, holy crap, where is this booth at? I want one of these right now. Like, right now. Because I had brought my Cabello on the Kazuku, and then I had my my V-through pod, and I just like, yeah, I'll pick me up this little thing here, and I went over there, and those guys were really, really nice, and we both bought one on the spot, me and Lethal, and then we just hit it all weekend. It was like perfect for what we were doing. So just really inspired by that flavor. And then the highlight of what I tasted this weekend, the best thing I tasted this weekend, was actually your liquid overdrip, the lemon. I was able to taste it from Frames. So
yeah,
it is really, really, really good. Like that buttercream is just like so good. So I'll be placing an order.
Well, thank you.
I will be
I'm
placing an
fucking
order.
super happy with it.
Yeah, I will be placing an order for that. Toot sweet, good sir, good toot sweet. So that's just that buttercream is just it's wildly delicious, like crazy delicious. So, and then I was able to try the bottled violet stuff, which was also phenomenal. I bought a bottle of the toffee and the vanilla from him. Super stoked about that. Super stoked to run those through their paces because they were delicious. So yeah, that toffee is crazy good. It's wild. It's so good. So I got to taste some cool stuff this weekend, but I took a couple of toots off of Frames setup. I think he was running it in the Insider in the Abyss, and it was really good. And he goes, man, if you think it's good in here, you should rock it in a big dual core mech setup. It really pops. I'm like, oh yeah. So
it becomes a little bit more like balanced at that point. Like it'll be like equal cake to lemon to buttercream, almost like.
Yeah, because in his setup, I got
the lower it goes, like the more lemon comes out.
Yeah, I thought it was a bright, perfect lemon, and I was getting nothing but lemon and cream. So it was like perfect. So I didn't get much cake from that setup. But if more cake came out, then that would be awesome. So yeah, but that was me. I mean, like I said, it was mostly a hemp show with a very small sprinkling of vape stuff. So I don't partake, so I didn't really get to try I didn't get to try really any of any of that other stuff. So for taste or flavors, to try how they were doing things. So but Taylor was there. They had some stuff, but also they were also highlighting their Delta 8 stuff. They had just a smattering of flavors. And Crumbs was super nice too. I talked with that guy for a while. He actually tried some of my liquids, and we got to talking for a bit. Got his card, and it was cool. So yeah, that's
what
basically
they said, right? Like Crumbs with a Z.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Who's that?
Crumbs with a Z.
Yes. Crumbs with a Z. Yeah. That it's the pear yogurt. So I haven't had many good pears besides yours, and that one is definitely another one. But this, but also the Marketplace is one. I think it's pear Fuji something mango berry. It's like they got a bunch of wild names for their stuff, So it's really, really good too. So yeah, that's what I tasted this weekend. I didn't. So a lot of good ideas came from the show. So yeah, so that's me.
Always a
All
good
right,
thing.
Clown. Yeah. So what? How about you, Clown? What are you making tonight?
I'm gonna do an apple pie. I don't know why. I think I'm blaming Advocate for Liberty. He had mentioned it a while back, and I was like, you know what? I want to do that. I want to try to just do a standard apple pie. So we'll see if this works. The crust and stuff might be a little bit off because I know what it's supposed to be, but I'm going with something a little different. But we'll see. So we're starting off with apple filling from Favora. And we're going to do apple pie. Well, the apple filling from Favora is at 0.9%. And then the apple pie from FA at 1%. Then the cheesecake graham cracker crust from TFA at 1.5. Then country apple from Perillum at 1.5. And then finishing that off with graham cracker pie crust from Wonder Flavors at 0.75%. And I forgot to add sweetener. Holy crap, how the fuck did I forget that? But I will add that. We'll see. We're going to try this
Old
out.
habits die hard, bro.
No, it's just mostly I just forget. I was just kind of putting things together, and it wasn't like I was like, "Argh," you know?
I get you.
We'll say, as much as I'm happy for Sifu, I'm still like very, fuck you because you got to go and I didn't.
Oh, dude, I feel the same way. I mean,
No.
I would have been fantastic.
Here's the
It
thing,
would've
though.
cost
At
me a
least,
mint. I could've went.
at least you have a country of distance. I'm 5 hours away from the event.
Well, that's true. But still, 5 hours, bro. That's a pretty
I
long
know.
drive.
It's more. I just didn't have the cash to get out there. It's not even the drive that would have fucking bothered me.
Yeah.
Fucking responsibilities.
Yeah, fuck them. You know, but no, it was more of a hangout thing. You know, the show was kind of it was a little sad. You know, it wasn't there. I mean, there was no more than 30 to 50 people in there at any given time.
Yeah.
You know, it was in a pretty big space. You know, and it's just another cool thing they had is like they were doing. There was one of the vendors they were actually blowing glass like on the location. Like
Nice.
they had
That I would
torches
have
and
liked to have
stuff
seen.
and blowing glass stuff. Yeah, that was actually really, really cool. There was also some really fascinating devices. Like the technology is moving really, really fast in that market. You know,
Yeah.
and
Well,
they had some very cool products. Like if I was into that stuff, I could see how someone would really have a great time at this event. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it was more about just being with the people. So, Food Sauce was awesome too. We
Seafood.
bought each other beers. Yeah, it was all good. It was a good time.
Sifu, we need to find like a liquor convention and go to one of those.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We'll get ripped.
We usually have a beer fest down here.
Yeah.
In October. Yeah.
Nice. I'd be down to like go to a beer fest.
Like an Oktoberfest?
Yeah. It's like an Oktoberfest, but it's more of a beer fest. It's
There's no Lederhosen?
No, it's not a true Oktoberfest or anything like that. But they just vendors come together and they do beers, and the locals kind of all put they all make a special brew for that event, and then there's they have like a small little competition. And,
Yeah.
everybody gets to taste the beers. It's kind of like what they do for like a chili cook-off or like a gumbo cook-off or something, where you get to go around and taste everybody's stuff, and then you can vote on your crowd favorite and things like that. It's super fun.
Okay, Anthony Ramella. Anthony Ramella. My answer to your question is, why do the NVE ads look like porn expos? It's because they're stuck in 2015 when they were trying to do the whole sex sells everything. And they haven't outgrown that yet. Just a thought. Because I do think 2015, they were trying to put sex behind everything. I mean, they looked like weird car shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, it had that kind of vibe. It had like the dance music, like and lights and so the music wasn't loud though. I mean, me and Corey actually found a couple of nice beers there, like just at the vendors. They had a couple of pretty tasty little beverages right there. So Lee bought us some tacos. Like he went to he found like a street taco stand and bought like a pile of tacos, and we all sat around them and ate them up and drank beers from the vendor stand, and it was pretty cool. So it was more of a hangout thing.
Did anybody take James to Whataburger?
Yes. And then I
Thank
did
you.
hear that they had a disappointing time at this particular Whataburger.
What happened?
You know,
were the
every now and
lines
then you just
long?
have every now and then you just there's a location that just, you know, is just not up to par. You know.
We'll say, dude, the lines have been ridiculous at Whataburger since the whole fucking panorama thing has started.
Yeah. So I think Matt Sinister had a disappointing time. Well, I think they all had a kind of a disappointing run-in with the Whataburger, which is unfortunate because it is really actually really really good. But,
Yeah.
they but they were like, oh, it ain't shit. Matt said something like, you know, I'm going to In-N-Out as soon as I get back. Screw this place.
I know
The
that
thing,
James
okay,
did.
I don't
James
get
did go fucking In-N-Out right when he got back.
You can't compare, as somebody that grew up in California and lives in Texas currently, you can't compare Whataburger and In-N-Out. They're not the same thing, not by a mile. I'm sorry if anybody wants to make that comparison, but they're not the same burger joint by any stretch of the imagination.
So then, okay, so I kind of have a grasp of what kind of a burger joint In-N-Out is. What is Whataburger?
The biggest give you a heart attack burger you can find, pretty much. They don't kid about the whole fact that they're not healthy. They'll tell you they're very unhealthy.
Yeah. And then honestly, I prefer Texas Burger over Whataburger. You know,
I've never been to a Texas burger. Where the fuck is a Texas burger?
They have them in Midland, Odessa area. You know,
Okay, so I have to go further south because up here we don't got them.
Yeah, it's actually really really good, but it's more of a you can go through the drive-through, but it takes a minute. You know, it's not like a real fast food joint. You know, it takes a little bit of a minute. But like whenever you go inside, it's more of a restaurant feel than it is a fast food joint. You know, so
yeah.
So it's not quite a Five Guys, but it's closer to a Five Guys than a McDonald's.
Yes.
Okay. I can get down with that. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
pretty
interesting.
good. That's actually a really good comparison. I think the burger's better than Five Guys. You know, but,
Dude, Five Guys burgers aren't that good, but Five Guys fries, they're good.
oh yeah,
I like
yeah,
their fries.
Okay.
Look, it's like, you know.
I'm proud of that build right there.
Ah, look at that.
Oh, that's one coil. I was
Uh-huh.
like, yeah, you really should be proud of that. It's really offset, but
It's a nice little
It's
bridge
one
coil. Because we're going
oh
we're
damn.
going
Got
series.
you, Bo.
And
Yeah,
it's
so it
easier
was,
to build
so
series
they-
that way.
So if Frames is around, you know, he did have a very disappointing time at the Whataburger. So I think they all did. Like I think even Matt was like, yeah, no, that wasn't a good run.
I'll have to ask about it.
They didn't-
I'll
they didn't
expect a
represent
loaded
very well.
answer.
That
Fair enough.
particular Whataburger location did not represent themselves or the chain very well. But that barbecue joint didn't disappoint. So Lee put us on a real good one. The pit room, man, that place was legit. But they were
So
out of
legit.
brisket and pulled pork by the time we got there. Though.
That's rough.
How the fuck
Yeah, we
do you
waited.
run out of pulled pork and
It was
brisket?
now look. Listen, a good barbecue joint will run out of brisket and pulled pork, and we did get there at like 7:30, like p.m. So
Oh,
That's
okay.
we got there.
That's a
Yeah,
little
we got
bit
there.
more understandable.
Yeah, we got there pretty late, you know. So
I feel like I'd be disappointed though because I feel like I would want to have both things.
well, that's what Frames is saying. It's like, man, it's like my favorites, and they didn't have it, but everything else was still fantastic. So
Yeah, like if they had good like cornbread and they had like good baked beans, I could probably have gotten like some ribs and some like pulled pork and it would have been okay.
yeah, they said I didn't have the pork ribs, but Matt said he could have ate 2 pounds of them. They looked awesome. And then I had the turkey and sausage, and then the mac and cheese, and I had elote, and yeah, it was.
They had corn, you mean?
Huh?
They had corn, you mean?
They called it elote.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have a gripe with this whole thing of just because you add fucking jalapenos to it, you call it queso. It's fucking cheese. Get the hell over yourself. It's like calling it elote just because you put mayonnaise and shredded cheese on top of it. I'm sorry, that's fucking corn.
Yeah, they put everything. They put like the fajita cheese and the sauce and hot sauce and all kinds
Mhm.
of stuff.
Oh,
It was really, really
I know
good.
what you're talking about. Shit, we do that here all the time. It's still fucking corn.
Really good corn. The whole time I was eating, I was like, "See you later." See you later,
Oh, dude,
corn.
that came out good.
That's what I said too.
Seafood, come on.
Fucking seafood. He's
Sorry.
bored.
I'm
He's
sorry for
bored.
the way that I am. I'm real sorry for the way that I am, guys.
I don't think you should be sorry.
Nah. He's still just gonna give you those weird little dad moments of really seafood.
Oh, yeah.
Really.
But Seamus and Brienne, they had gotten like an Airbnb. It was like a little tiny house, you know, and we were all hanging out back there, and you know, they had like this fire pit, but it was empty and it was just full of water, you know, so it was kind of like the malaria pit, and everyone was kind of throwing stuff in there. It was like the pit of despair, you know. It's like such a sad scene, sad. And then there was a log. I think the Friday night when they were there, they were all sitting around it, and Stan sat on one of those logs, and I guess it was in an ant pile. So he ended up getting ants all over his ass, and they said he was running out. Get the ants off my ass! Brush them off my ass!
Come over here. You gotta get these off.
No, Lee, my point is that it's just fucking corn. You don't have to call it elote. That's my point. It's not that it's elote corn. You just say fucking corn. It's like chai tea. It's still TT.
I had no
I
idea.
can't see. Look, I can't see the chat. So if anyone's giving me shit, you know.
Nah, they're giving me shit instead.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And then they said, Five Guys is a greasy mess. And
It
you're
is.
Five
right.
Guys is not really that good. Just their fries. Like their burgers.
Oh, their fries are
Their
dynamite.
burgers are not good. Their burgers are like just like I don't know what it is, but something about them I don't like.
The one I go
Just,
to
like,
is
all
okay.
Smashed and like mangled looking. Like I just
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give
Well,
you
I
that.
do like a Freddy's though. I do like a Freddy's burger.
Never heard of a Freddy's.
Freddy's? Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
They have some dynamite ice cream too. They do concretes and stones and stuff. Yeah. That butterscotch one, man. Hell, that's good.
all right. So I'm gonna say right now, before I've even tried this, I knuckled it and just like pulsing the coil for a second. This
Well,
was
then
really
that's just
fucking
sweet corn. I don't know what you're getting at this
Really
point.
good. How many watts? 20.22.
You know what's weird though, Clown, is that whenever barbecue places around here, they don't call it elote, they call it corn.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
Okay, like I said, just my biggest gripe is because you add a bunch of like Mexican seasonings. I guess you gotta say it in Spanish, and I don't know. Seems a little condescending to me to a point. To another one, it's just like pretentious or.
But that's like
asshole-ish.
putting cayenne on anything, and calling it Cajun.
Mm-hmm. You see what I mean, though? You get my point.
And it's like they were asked because there's a Papados in the event, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, this is a Cajun seafood place. Seafood is like we don't even have those in Louisiana. Like I don't know what that is.
Yeah, no, they're yeah. There's one around here. I've never been to it, but I've heard it's all hype.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Lee can weigh in since he knows that we have him up here. Being that he himself is one of your tribe.
like Lee would have a unique idea because he grew up in Louisiana. And
But yeah, it's like
he's
we don't.
lived in Texas now for a
You
while.
know, it's weird. There's like I was telling Bree this. Like we actually don't even have a lot of Cajun restaurants in my area. Like I'm deep South Cajun because we just cook it ourselves. You know?
Yeah.
Know what? Your etouffee is the best, and you're not going to go to a restaurant and pay for etouffee because yours is better. That's just the way it is.
Now that you mention it, in Mexico there is no Mexican food places.
No, but there'll be a taco truck, won't there? Like there'll still be.
There's like some taco stands. There's not trucks. There's stands. But
well, you
even
know what
then-
I'm saying. Though. Like
Yeah.
you can still get.
But it's
some,
not like here where like
nobody's like, "Yo, come get our Mexican food." It's just
Yeah.
like, "Yo, we got tacos."
Yeah. No, okay, I'll give you like taco stands, but it's not like they have like full restaurants dedicated to Mexican cuisine. You know what I mean?
No, but would it be just like a regular restaurant? It'd be like the American or Canadian version of like a mom and pop place that
Yeah.
sells
No,
like
they don't even
burgers,
have that.
fries, and like.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the
really?
thing though. It's like
They don't have mom and pop
we
shops for Mexican food. You
we
can
have
get like
gas stations that
pizzas.
serve some of.
You can get
No, but it would
burgers.
just be food though.
I know,
Like, that's
but
what I'm saying. Like, it'd just be
that's
food.
what I'm saying.
No.
There's no
Yeah,
restaurants
Chris is
like
making
that.
a good point. Like we have gas stations that'll serve plate lunches, and that's like good down Southern Cajun cooking. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
but we just go there. It's just food. Let's go to the gas station and get a plate lunch. It's just food. You know? So it's not Cajun food. It's just food for us. You know?
All right,
I guess
Lee.
it's just food for y'all.
I'm gonna have to check this place out then.
And then Grim went to a really, really, really fancy Cajun fusion place. I think
Cajun
Sunday night.
fusion, huh? What was it fused with?
Different stuff. So it's kind of like traditional Cajun dishes.
Just different
Like-
stuff.
Yeah, but it's like so it's an etouffee, but it's like with it's fancy etouffee. And they had oysters of all kinds of varieties and all kinds of stuff. Crab cakes and southern type of flavors, Cajun type of flavors. But it's Cajun food but elevated. Yeah.
Like I've said it in other lives, not on this show, I don't think ever. But like in Southern California, I don't know if it's still there, but I know there used to be an Asian fusion Mexican joint where you can get orange chicken burritos, and I still want one.
Sick. Yeah.
I would try that. I would definitely try
Dylan
that.
posted. I don't know, like if y'all follow Dylan from Susco, he posted all of the pictures of the food that they had, and I'm like, holy shit, I'd get that. It's not a knock on the restaurant. It's just
Yeah.
Well, I've been to a place that it was like it was a Korean like barbecue place, but they basically made everything. It was like Korean barbecue, Mexican. So like they would still utilize like a fajita wrap or whatever shell, I don't know what they're called, or a taco shell or like whatever, but they would make it Korean. So it'd be like Korean barbecue with like whatever kind of vegetables you'd get on Korean food or whatever. And honestly, I remember going there and I thought it was a joke. I was like, this sounds like the dumbest thing ever. I can't believe we're going there. It was like this was years ago, and one of my friends was like, oh, I want to go there for my birthday. It's like, you expect me to pay for you to eat that? And then when we got there and I started eating some of the food, I was like, this is pretty good, man. I'm like, I never really ate Korean barbecue, so like I didn't really know. And so that we were there and like I'm eating all these things and I'm like, it's so familiar because it's like served in a taco or it's served in a burrito. But it's totally different than anything I've ever ate. But it also tastes really good. It was like that mind fuck,
Yeah.
It's like up here, you can go to like a poutineery, if you will, like a place that just serves poutine, and they'll have like every style of poutine, bro. So you can get like butter chicken poutine, like, so like full out Indian like butter chicken, like legit butter chicken, served on top of like French fries with like cheese curd.
No gravy.
No, there's no gravy. It's the butter chicken sauce is the gravy.
You need to
Okay,
trademark
okay.
that name, and you deserve a nickel every time someone says it.
The
Oh no,
poutineery.
there's actually already a place.
The poutine.
It's called.
Oh, it's called.
There's like a
it's
chain,
called-
dude.
It's
There's
called
a
the
chain,
poutineery?
and it's called Smokes Poutineery. Yep. They have like over 30 different kinds of poutine, and like they have sizes that are probably like if you like
Goddamn.
take your fucking ball cap, flip it upside down, and just hammer it filled with fries, gravy, cheese, pulled pork, fucking like Philadelphia fucking steak, whatever, Philly cheese steak, whatever, everything, whatever you want.
That sounds awesome. All right, so let's get back on track. Talk about
Yeah.
your mix, Chris.
Okay. Right off the fucking shake, it's fucking delicious.
Yay!
I'm gonna say that if I were to rate this, which I've never rated before in over 50 episodes, I've never once rated a mix. But if I was to rate this 1 to 10, 1 being like I'm gonna literally throw it in the garbage, 10 being like holy mother of God, this is fucking fantastic. I would say that it's at like a 9. And the reason why I'm taking away 1 point is because I think that one of the boysenberries I put in, I might have put it a little bit high. I'll have to like wait to see what happens with everything else. See if it comes up and kind of fades it away a little bit. There's like this it's almost like this ever so slight candiness to it. Ever so slight.
And it's
Which
out of place
doesn't
in
really
all of the.
go that good
Yeah.
with the, and it's
It's out of
kind of
place.
like going weird with like the cream, like the creamy pudding.
Yeah.
But it's not even like that aggressive. I'm actually noticing it when it starts to get a bit more dry. When I have like fully dense wicks, it's not there, and it just tastes like this delicious boysenberry pudding, like really creamy pudding. And I got it in like this little flavor banger. So like I imagine it might get better. I don't really love flavor bangers, but this is a single coil that's very easy to rewick.
That's the
This
Tobino.
is the Tobino for anybody
Yeah.
that doesn't know. Yeah, so I'm 100% sure I'll be mixing up a 60 of this fucking very soon. I might just give it a couple days, see, and then I might tweak the boysenberries, and then I'll mix a 60. I might even make a 60 fucking tonight.
Sick. Awesome.
Okay, so while he was talking about rating liquids, I came up with a rating system.
Hmm.
We're gonna give it game changers. I'll give it 3 game changers. I don't know.
Oh yeah, is it 5? Is 5 a perfect score?
Yes.
Then I'm giving it a 4. Mine is getting a 4.5 game changers.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh man. All right. So as far as for mine, I think it does need some steep. I'm hoping the graham crust kind of comes out a little bit more, but beyond that, I'm happy with it. It's not too floral, which it's something with apples that if you don't watch what you're doing, it'll go floral really fast, and that shit's fucking disgusting. So I'm very happy. I don't know. I'm gonna go with 4.3 game changers. We'll see. And not gonna lie, I might go into development. I might just go into development because I didn't even add sweetener to this yet, so that's already a good sign. Because I forgot to add the sweetener, and I just went with it. I was like, "We'll try it without sweetener, and we'll see how it goes from here." So
Yeah, mine might be like a touch too sweet. A touch, just a touch for my taste. I feel like a lot of people would find that my taste is too not sweet enough. But like, and I don't want to deduct points because that's my error, you know. Maybe like instead of a 0.5% of super sweet, I need like a 0.25%. But as we all know, that's pretty fucking tough to do when you're trying to do 0.25% of super sweet in a 30 ml bottle, because they seem to come out and like one glob will be like 0.05 grams, and then the next one will be like 0.012, and then it'll be like 0.1.
Yeah.
It comes out so strange.
yeah. Especially when you get into like the bigger bottles and stuff, that shit just drips the fuck out.
Yeah, at least then it'll get masked a little bit.
Yeah. But last thing, Lee asked me to tell you, Sifu, put it on a cracker.
Put it on a cracker, dude. We don't put it on a cracker, dude.
Oh, also, Lee, just let you know, chili has kidney beans. Just FYI.
Oh, don't even get started on that. No, seriously,
Other
every
than that, it's just a
every
loose meat,
Texan,
like-
I don't know about like Louisiana folk, but every fucking Texan will tell you that that's a stew, that's not chili. And I'm like, well, it tastes better and it doesn't look like dog shit. Just
I'll
my
agree with
personal
that.
thoughts. Those are just my personal thoughts on that. And on that note, we're gonna end it. Sifu, what do you got to promote?
Hey, just just really appreciate everyone's love and support, and it's just the sense of community I got over the weekend. You know, it's just really brought home whenever you're actually able to meet the people that you see on the internet all the times and you build relationships with, you know, and to actually meet in person, you know, and actually shake their hands and talk to them and, you know, get to cut up and laugh, you know, on a personal level is just so awesome. You know, the community is just so good. Everyone was so nice and so welcoming and so accommodating. And it was great to see. And it's just, I just want to extend that love back to everyone. The support that, you know, everyone showed me, you know, with my liquids and everything. And just, it's a little overwhelming. And, you know, we said the word a lot over the weekend. It's just surreal. You know, it's like you think these people are so far away, but you're actually really, really close. You know, the internet is not really, it brings us closer, you know, to be able to, these discords and these chats and these videos and this YouTube channel, you know, just brings everyone together, you know, and it's been fantastic. So I just want to thank everyone for that. And just thanks for all the support. I said, you know how to find me. And, you know, I actually have we actually picked up another product over there. It was called Social Media Card, where it has a little scan code. You put all your social media stuff, your contacts. I even be able to put a link to my menu in it. And I was able to just, you know, here, scan my little card with your camera. And then it pulls up all of my information.
Nice.
So that's actually really cool. So I'm going to actually play with that a little more. I think there's a way to get the code from the website and then kind of paste it in places so that they can scan it and get all your information so they can have it, you know, on their device and not have to go to the website, you know. So it's actually a really neat way to do things without having like a dedicated homepage. I just think it's kind of a nice little landing spot for people like us, you know. So just thank you for all the support and just much love. And we'll see you guys next week when I have a new job and a stable schedule and won't have to be in the wilds doing remote things like this. So
I can't fucking wait.
Oh, you and me both, Anna. So on that note, take us away there, Chris.
Okay. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks for making the effort, Sifu, from joining from a trailer on the road and sharing your stories of the convention and the hangs. I'm sure that, you know, both like Clown and I, we can totally understand what you're talking about, because when we got to go to MVE and we got to meet so many different people and just hang out with all these people that you talk to all the time online, it was just like that. It was kind of it was a surreal feeling, but it was also, it was like, yeah, this makes sense. Like all these people are just as cool as I thought they'd be. I had just as good of a time, if not better than I, you know, imagined. And the convention was all right. Like it was definitely, by the sounds of it, better than the one that you were at. But at the same time, like it was just that
the convention
feeling,
is
and
less memorable than the hangs, honestly.
Yes. And like it just gave me like a lasting feeling, you know, like there's some people that I met like when I was there that aren't even like on this planet anymore. So like I'm just so glad that I got to do that thing, and I'm jealous of you for doing that, and I'm happy that you got to.
Thank you.
Now, as for the show, thank you everybody for tuning in. My apologies for being a little bit late. I will say tonight, this 100%, the fact that I gave this 4.5 game changers means something. If you guys can make this, it's literally what, 6 ingredients and one of them super sweet, which I kind of feel like most people would have. Like, give it a go. I know that there's 2 flavoras and there's a lot of cheap people on this planet and you might not want to use it, but it'll be worth it because they're not really that high percentages. Okay.
There are some flavoras that are worth the extra expenditure. Just
dude,
say.
the vanilla pudding.
They go so long. They go so far, though.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the vanilla pudding is literally the most fire thing that you can fucking add to. Like, if you want to make a pudding and you're like interested in a pudding or like eat anything, really, honestly, I could probably put it in anything that there's a cream element to it, and I'd be like, "Yep, it fits here because it's delicious." And honestly, the boysenberry from them is really good. Also, the boysenberry raspberry from Winter Flavors is super good. I kind of really like everything that I put in there. In the Flavor West Bavarian cream, is nice. I don't know where it's going to go from here, but at this exact moment, it's nice. Like it really brings like a richness to the actual vape. So check it out. Of course, you guys can follow us all on DLR. That'd be dope. And feel free to mix up any of our stuff and give it a rating. That'd also be cool. You guys can check me out on Friday nights on the Green Room on the Fringe Nickel Vapor YouTube channel. It's the same time as this show, 8 o'clock. You can also check me out on the Shittown podcast, which, if you would not mind, I would really appreciate if you guys gave us a follow on SoundCloud. We're getting really close to a giveaway, so there's going to be there's going to be, as the kids would say, there's going to be a grip of swag that's going out. So make sure you're a part of that. You can obviously check that out on shutdownpodcast.com. And then lastly, I'll say, if you guys want to try some of my liquids, including some of the new ones, like Sifu was just talking about, the LCBC, you can go over to UncleChrisTestingGrounds.com and use the coupon code MixingItUp, all one word, all lowercase. Saves you a little bit of cash. And I think that's everything for me. So I look forward to next week seeing you guys, and everybody be safe. Have a good week. Fun. Take it away.
All righty. As for me, as always, Juice and Coils, hit me up. I did add the Discord link to the description of this video, so if you guys want to go check out the Discord group, as I was mentioning earlier, I don't know, I might start doing a weekly can you guess the coil jar and see who gets it finally. But somebody came really close but still hasn't gotten it, and that was actually kind of fun watching people throw numbers around. Beyond that, I did get an affiliate link to Coldest water bottle, so if you guys want to check that out, I do have like a discount thing down below somewhere. And then lastly, go check out Shake and Vape Media. Anthony Romella's in chat right now, and seriously, hit them up for any graphics work you guys want done. He has done the intro for us. He has done, you guys get to see that ad time thing we do, and that's all their work. He's helped Sifu with his labels. He's done lots of work with a lot of people in this community already. If you guys watch,
cool dude.
There you go. Yeah, my wife got to meet them when they were out here for the Dallas Hemp Expo or something like that. But what's it called? They've worked with the guys from across the pond. They've worked with Sloan on Weekend Bullshit. So if you guys, I mean, their work is all over the place. They've put like a finger in every pie at this point. And then beyond that, what's it called? Yeah, stock up on things. I like I said last week, I don't want to be like that panicky guy, but at the same time, seriously, we're looking at shit looking pretty grim, and I don't know if we're gonna take a U-turn. I know Pam earlier made the joke about the views thing, and yeah, it's interesting that passed, but we're not shocked all at the same time, because they have a huge backer. But we will see where vaping goes, and hopefully we're still able to do that in the future and stuff like that. But at the same time, take care of yourself and your own, because Jesus, I don't know how many coworkers I know that do not follow any like news or advocacy stuff when it comes to vaping, and I'm like, hey, so these things are happening, and they're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, these are things that like most average vapors don't know, just because
They're gonna take my flavors away.
Uh-huh.
It's the same thing up here.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the thing. It's like once you hit the hobbyist level, that's where you actually start learning a little bit more about this stuff, because you start watching videos and this and that. But most people I know get a pod system or your standard sub-ohm tank, and they just buy coils and don't really bother with anything beyond that one setup that they've had for God knows how long at this point.
Yeah.
So it's just the slight differences, and it's, I guess, our job's to help people be aware, at least. I want to say educate people, but that sounds just stupid. Just more help raise awareness, if anything. But alrighty. Oh?
So that's probably the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Alrighty, so we'll catch you guys next week. And as always, vape on, mix on. Boop. Bye.